Hello everyone, it's Ultimate YouTuber back here with another Minecraft video. So 1.17 update has just come out, the Caves and Cliffs part 1. So with it, it's brought tons of new blocks, mobs, and as well much more new music as well, I guess. Anyways, today we are going to be going through the change log and just checking out all the new stuff that they've added in. So the first thing they've added is these things, axolotls. Anyway, these are amphibious creatures that spawn in underground water. If you hold buckets of tropical fish, they basically attract towards you, and if you feed it to them, then you can breed them. Anyways, if I were to let them free, then they would go out and attack drowned squids, other fish, and guardians, making them very useful for the underground monument, whatever thing, against the elder guardians thing. Since if you kill a mob that the axolotl was attacking, then you are rewarded with regeneration and your mining fatigue is removed. Also, you can just pick them up like fish by bucket. So the next thing we got to look at are these things, goats. So as of right now, goats are spawning in the extreme hills biome, but once update part 2 comes out, then they'll be spawning somewhere else because mountains are being redefined. So you can breed them with wheat. Also, you can take milk off of them, so another milk source like cows. And they jump really high, like 5 or 6 blocks. That's why they can't fit in this enclosure, because they can just jump out. And also they take least amount of fall damage than other mobs. The Minecon 2020's winner, glow squids. So if you kill these things, then you get item signs, where it's quite simple. You just put this and this in a crafting table there. As you can see, it's nighttime right now, still it's perfectly illuminated. This is called a block of powder snow. If I were to just sit in right there, you can see the corners of my screen, ice starts to form. Yeah, that's to symbolize you're starting to freeze and you're taking damage. So if it were snowy weather right now, then this right here, a cauldron, would fill up and eventually just create a renewable source of powder snow. To scoop them up, you just have to use a bucket. Also, mobs cannot walk through this. If you want to walk through it, you can just use leather boots, but I guess mobs can leather boots. Also, new blocks right here, copper, because you've got copper ore right here, copper stairs, and as you can see, copper blocks just aging. That's because of realistic physics, because copper reacts with oxygen in atmosphere to go green, like how it's shown right here. Got here are these amethyst crystals. They are crystals which you can just find in the caves. And you can use these crystals to get right here, yeah, this right here, amethyst shards. You can craft them over here in this pattern with glass right here to make these things. These are tinted glass. So it's daytime, so it's perfect to show you this, but if I were inside here right now, as you can see, there's barely like any light passing through, because tinted glass does not let light to pass through it. I've made another reference room right here. It's much brighter than right here. I guess you can use it for like a theme park ride or something to make it dark. The possibilities are endless, I guess. Oh, also, before I forget, you can mine these without silk touch, so they do not break like normal. So yeah, you can use axes to scrape off the oxidation from copper blocks. Here, now this is something new. You might be thinking, wait, basalt, it was added last year. Well, They just added Basalt's smooth variant, smooth Basalt blocks, and they are a new decorative block. Nothing too fancy, but still something nice to add. However, this is something a little more cooler, because we've just been got pointed dripstone, or as you might know them, stalactites on the ceiling or stalagmites on the ground. If I were to put a mob right here, like this is zombie. So I'm putting right here. Yes, so he takes damage when he lands. Okay. If a stalactite is under a water source or a lava source, then it eventually drips down and slowly fills cauldrons. And probably my favorite addition are Azela and Flowering Azela. Very hard to pronounce, but it's basically these things, new leaves as well as saplings, I guess. If you use bone meal to grow them, then they become their own tree like this with Azela flowered leaves. My god. And you can harvest them by shears, same as normal leaves. Now another thing we have to add are these things, rooted dirt and hanging roots. Nothing a little too cool, it's just a new skin for normal dirt. If you till rooted dirt with a hoe, then rooted dirt becomes normal dirt, drops its roots. If you fertilize rooted dirt with bone meal, then they will cause hanging roots to grow below them. For one more thing to add, oh my god, I heard lightning. Anyways, these are glowberries. They are quite similar as normal sweet berries. You can use them to lure and breed foxes. So you got a fox right here, Mr. What does the fox say? So I should be feeding him. If he's quiet for 1 second. Oh, I gotta make the weather lesser. It's way too scary. Anyway, I just fed him, and yes, he's happy. Also, the player themselves can have it. And also, before we forget, these things, they are moss blocks and moss carpets, I believe. They are another like cool decoration block. And we've also got these things, raw iron, raw gold and raw copper's new variations right here. Basically they are smeltable and you can use them in furnace to get normal iron. I'm not sure if these blocks are going to replace these OG blocks right here, but it's very possible. So anyway, that's all of it. I did not mention stuff like the lightning rod and I guess any other stuff, because mostly I can't get them to work and that I couldn't take enough time to set them up. Anyways, if you guys like this, then I might make a part 2 video of this and include all the stuff that I haven't included right here. So hope you all really liked it. Thank you so much for watching and subscribe. I made this sign, but glowing squid doesn't work. Alright, goodbye.